I don't think there's a single person in America today who won't tell you that America's healthcare industry has some problems. But a lot of my friends on the left, especially in the Democratic, now Socialist Party of America, believe that the only solution to this problem is through a single-payer, government-controlled healthcare system. I'm here today to tell us that no, single-payer is not the only option, and here are 5 reasons why you should not support single-payer healthcare. The first argument against it is that it's big government. And if you're a socialist, big government is a good thing, but for the common or the individual person, it's a terrible thing. And let me explain why this is. It's because as government increases its control over your life, you lose civil liberties. And it can happen in little ways. A little bill here, a little law here. Just slowly you lose opportunities or abilities to make decisions on your own because the government has already made them for you. The very idea of a single-payer system goes against the basic foundations of liberty and the ability to make your own choices about how to cover your own health. The second reason why you should oppose a single-payer healthcare system is because it will increase taxes. Now, you might be saying, if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, if you look at his plan, he's only going to increase taxes on people who make $250,000 or more per year. And just with these original estimates, I can already tell you that it's completely bullshit. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that Bernie's bonkers healthcare plan is filled to the brim with holes. Bernie Sanders claims that we'll save $310 billion by switching over to his single-payer healthcare system. Well, based off of the fact that those numbers were from a 2019 estimation of how much we would be spending, and even if you look at those numbers, there's still a $10 billion hole where he said the money would be, and even with those numbers, we're still basing it off of what we're wasting with Obamacare. So are we really going to have enough to pay for all this? Or I just found a $10 billion hole, and are there other holes that we're just missing or you're not showing us? Taxes have never stimulated the economy, and Bernie Sanders seems to run his platform on the idea of raising taxes. And while I'm saying all of this, just keep in mind that we have a rising deficit that nobody seems to really care about, and yet we want to go ahead and do more spending on something that we're not even sure that we can afford. The third reason why you shouldn't support single-payer healthcare is because the government will use it to spy on you. Let's not forget the fact that Obama wants your doctor to report you to the FBI, he's using the NSA to his advantage, and he just passed mental health gun reform that may require him to be able to look through your mental health records. Regardless if you support single payer or you think single payer is a good thing, don't doubt the idea that the government will try and use this new information to serve their own purposes and their own missions. The fourth reason why you shouldn't support a single-payer healthcare plan is because it will put more strain on the healthcare industry as much as there already is. The idea is that when a person provides you a service for free, then you're gonna just use that service as much as you want. So if you got a little bruise on your leg, you're gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna go into the doctor and get a checkup. I don't want to go to work today, so I'm gonna go to the doctor. And you blah 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 blah. You know, people will look for a way to abuse the system, but really that comes with anything. And we can't really take that into account when we're talking about single payer, because really that can happen in any system. The only difference now is that this is a system for every American in the country, and when you start to just say everybody's equal and everybody gets the same access and everybody gets everything, well, we lose the prioritizations that are already in place. For example, do you not believe that people with disabilities or the poor or the elderly should have immediate access to health care over, say, just me looking to get a checkup? The fifth and final reason why you should oppose single-payer healthcare is because there are other alternatives. Like, come on, people, we don't need a full-blown government-scale invasion of an industry to solve our healthcare problems. We can do some regulation. I'll admit, sometimes regulation is necessary, but we need to be careful about just giving the government control entirely over this industry. Ted Cruz the other day in the debates just came out and talked about his idea of what a good healthcare system would look like, and I encourage you all to check that out. At the end of the day, on both sides of the argument, we both want to see people getting better and able to access medical care in the way that's best for them. But we have to recognize that a government knows everything solution isn't going to solve it. Socialism ignores basic human nature, and as long as you try and control human nature, you're going to have a problem.